We need to tell counter narratives, and we need to produce other possibilities using words, using pictures. My name is Alex Rivera, and I'm a filmmaker and digital media artist. All of the work I've done has been centered on immigration, migration, the connection between North and South. In this country, people who do the most essential work are the ones who are most excluded from participation, from protection. I've been interested in the phenomena of a society that needs work but rejects workers. And that alienation, that sense of being needed and also being told to disappear. I believe that people who are facing violence, who are facing alienation, that those communities are the ones that are going to imagine a way out of the crisis. And so as a filmmaker, some of the work I've done has been about listening and trying to understand those alternate imaginings and those strategies of resistance.
Entonces cuando yo regresé para acá ya vine con otro pensamiento y dije, ¿cómo es posible, no? Que esté así el pueblo, ¿no?
The sixth section is a documentary that tells the true story of a group of immigrants from a small village in southern Mexico who've migrated to upstate New York. They raise money there that they send back to the village in Mexico to administer public works. And so they kind of are rebuilding and investing in their community in Mexico, but from 3,000 miles away. And so it's a story about a globalization from below. I tried to use animation and digital montage to suture these two landscapes together and show the creativity and the resilience of this community to fight back and find some kind of power. The Infiltrators is a visual portrait of a successful political campaign led by undocumented people. The film is a hybrid between documentary elements out here in society and scripted elements in detention. And it's a very unusual hybrid because characters disappear from the documentary layer and appear in the scripted layer. It was, for me, a pretty challenging and interesting and disturbing experience of having the activist imagination destabilize me as an artist and push me to try to figure out how can this form reflect what they're doing. I hope people come away with some new ways to understand the world.
Aún hoy, después de tanto tiempo que se cerró la frontera, siguen llegando almas nómadas, cargando nada más que sus sueños.
Sleep Dealer, in the long tradition of science fiction, it exaggerates already existent social phenomena. In this case, the desire to absorb work from people who you simultaneously reject. And I came up with this nightmare vision of a world where workers in Mexico could connect to the internet and control machines that would do their labor in the US so that this country could absorb the labor without absorbing workers or the humanity that goes along with that labor. We're living in a period globally of increasing migration, of increasing connectivity. We're racing into a world of contradiction, a contradiction of freedom for few and border walls for many. So I hope the work that I make gives people a chance to sit back and look at something that's visually beautiful, that's wonderful and weird, hopefully, but that opens up a moment to reflect and approach these issues with a new spirit of openness, with a new sense of possibility. I also hope that when audiences engage with my work, in particular Latino audiences, that we can see ourselves reflected and see that we can have a visual culture that reflects our lived reality with a sense of play, with a sense of hope, because that's real. That's how we survive. That's how we get to tomorrow.